what's up, welcome back to my channel. So excuse like the damp hair, but as you can tell by the title, I am gonna go and collect my hearing aid today. So it's been in actually like a whole month, but they just didn't have any appointments until now. But I've literally been waiting for like to get my hearing aid for a while because it's just taken like a really long process to like get all my appointments, because my doctors referred me to ENT and then that took like 3 weeks, and then my ENT appointment was on the 18th of March, and then they did like a hearing test and then saw that like I needed a hearing aid or I may need one, so they then referred me to audiology, which took 2 months to get like an appointment. And then I literally, like, as soon as the referral came through, like, I was able to book an appointment within a week. I was just waiting for the referral to come through. Sorry if you can hear something rattling. It's just my cat eating. But yeah, and then I literally went in, had more hearing tests, and then the woman said, yeah, that I do need a hearing aid. It is just in my right ear. I did have like 3 surgeries in this ear because I had a thing called mastoiditis, which is an infection on your mastoid bone. So it kind of ended up damaging my hearing, and my surgeon who I had for all 3 surgeries did say to my mum that when I get older, like in my 20s or around that time, that I probably would need a hearing aid because my hearing had lowered, because I used to get hearing tests a lot when I was younger, but it was like not low enough to need a hearing aid. But yeah, anyway, when I found out that I needed to get a hearing aid, I got to pick which one I wanted. So the woman like showed me 2 different ones. There's like one with like an ear mold, and then there's one that is like a wire and that has like a mushroom top type thing, and you put it in your ear and then it's like less visible than like the molds. But she said that I will probably benefit by having like the ear mold one, because it's just going to help me hear a whole lot better than the other one would. So I got to pick my colours, which I didn't think you would actually get to pick your colours, because I did go through like the NHS, so I didn't think you could get to pick your colours at all. I thought if you got to pick your colours, it was in like the children's, or obviously it was like a private. But yeah, I got to pick my colours. So I picked the colour for like the behind the ear bit and then the mould bit. I did kind of go for something that everyone will see, because the lady said that a lot of people end up liking colours that like bolder colours, so people can see, so that they could speak a bit more clearer, because obviously hearing aids don't like magically make you hear better, they just like enhance sounds. Like it's not exactly like it's gonna magically like make you hear like perfectly, it just kind of enhances sounds. So I'm so nervous, but yeah, I'm just waiting on my mum. We're probably going to be leaving in a second, but yeah, I'm super nervous because I'm worried I'm not obviously going to like them or like the sound, because it is going to take me some time to get used to, because I've been without a hearing aid for quite a long time, so it just takes, you know, it's going to take my ears some time to like adjust, but that's fine. It is currently like 8 in the morning. I do have my appointment quite early because I probably will have work later. It looks quite gloomy out, but I reckon I'll probably still go out. I'm not quite sure though, but I'm so nervous but excited. And the woman said that I need to probably allow myself around an hour there, because just to like, so they can show me how everything works, how to clean it and everything like that.
So it would just feel like some beeps and tones.
Okay.
So here we go. Just stay nice and quiet for me, right? Computer feels alright. So, with it turned on, we don't know how it sounds to anyone apart from to yourself.
Oh my god. So we got here's my mum. I got my hearing aid in. Everything's very loud, so we'll see how we get on walking back to the car. But yeah, I'm like excited. I got my little goodie bag. I'll show you everything that I have inside, like when we get back to like the car. So yeah, we're just walking back to the car now. Okay guys, so I'm just at hematology because I had to get another sharps box for me and my twin sister, because I don't think I've ever said before, but we have like a blood illness and our sharps box got filled up, so I had to get a new one. Okay guys, so I'm back home now. I do have my hearing aid in. It is very weird to get used to, I must say that. Excuse like the mess of my room. I literally just want to film because my boyfriend is coming back from the gym and my sister's coming back from her boyfriend's, so I wanted to quickly film this whilst I'm alone and just show you everything that I got given in my goodie bag. So yeah, I just got given a bag with everything in, and then she I can like really hear the paper rustling, but she just I'm not going to show it because it has like my information on it and like my client number and stuff, but she just gave me instructions on how to pair my hearing aid to my phone because it is Bluetooth, and I paired it on the way home and I can listen to music through my hearing aid, and then I can also listen to calls and texts. Any notifications I get will come through my phone. She also just gave me a leaflet on like how like the hearing aid works and stuff. She gave me a little case so when I'm not wearing it, because I probably would take it out for bed. So yeah, just when I'm not wearing it, I pop it in there and then it doesn't get lost or like broken. And then she gave me loads of like batteries. So I got like about 60 batteries in here. And they all just look like this. Yeah, so she says that each battery will last like 4 to 5 days or 5 to 6 days, but obviously if I'm using it for music it's gonna run out a lot quicker. And she just basically showed me everything I wanted to show you. So I don't know if I think I showed you it in the hospital. The feedback is, oh my gosh, when I take it out it's so quiet, but this is my color. So I got pink sparkles and then I got a black because like I said this morning, she said that some people do just kind of like to get a colored one, because also if you get a clear it will go yellow after a while. So if you get a color then you won't really be able to see it as much. Here's like the up and down volume here, and then here is like where you I don't know if you can see this like a little thing there, excuse my nails, I need to get them redone, but that's just like how you take out the battery. So when I'm not wearing it I'm gonna open the battery and leave it open like that, because that's like my on and off button. It's just like taking out the battery thing, and obviously when I'm not using it I don't want the batteries to be wasted, so I will just leave it like that. But yeah, and she just like showed me basically how to put it in. I haven't done it without looking in the mirror, so I don't know what it's gonna bloody look like, but anyways y'all, so that is like everything. I don't think I have it in right whatsoever. There we go. Okay, yeah, I got it in now. But yeah, this is just like what it looks like in my ear. Honestly, I really like the pink sparkles because I feel like that you can't really see it that much. So yeah, I'm loving it. And then I love the black that I went with on the back. But yeah, that is kind of everything for my hearing aid at the minute. I might keep this video going and just see how I get on because I am going to work. I do have to leave in like 20 minutes, so I need to be really quick, or like 30 minutes. So I need to get ready and get some breakfast. Okay guys, so excuse the mess. I literally came back from work and started editing this video, and I realized that I forgot to mention that she also gave me a number. So if I need a replacement of my mold and tube, or I need some more batteries, then I can just phone that, and it's like a quicker process than going through main reception because they're obviously busy with other patients. So she gave me that number because after a while like your tube does go yellow, because it's like getting old, and then your mold also goes like hard and stuff. So after like, I think she said like 6 months, I can't remember, but I think she said around like 6 months, every 6 months you kind of need a replacement of your tube and your mold. But I actually have an appointment to go back for like a checkup at the end of August. So yes, she'll probably give me more information about that. Okay guys, so I'm just driving to work right now, so excuse how I look, but basically I just put my hearing aid in and it's taken me some time to get used to it. It always does in the mornings, like it just feels like really weird, like how I put it in the first time, and that's how I know that obviously my brain isn't fully like used to my hearing aid, because it literally feels like how I put it on the first time. Once like I get going and stuff, like in like maybe 10-15 minutes, like it'll feel like a lot better. But yeah, it's very irritating because I like the whole day like I'm like used to it, and then I take it out and I'm like still used to it, and then when I put it back in the morning, it's just like I'm not used to it again, and then it kind of takes me some time to like get used to again. So it's just like sometimes a little frustrating, but yeah, so far so good. I'm really loving my hearing aid. I'm so thankful that I was able to get one, because I know some people probably are struggling to even afford one, and I got given one by the NHS, so I'm super thankful for that, and I love it. It's so handy, and I can actually hear, which is like the main thing. Like I don't really care about how long it takes my brain to get used to it, just as long as it like eventually does. Sorry, it's really bumpy on this road, but yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna stay positive because it's a positive thing. Having a hearing aid isn't like a negative thing whatsoever, and it shouldn't be seen in that way. Like I feel like some people be like, oh my gosh, like, no, you gotta get a hearing aid, and no, but it's just like, it's not a negative thing. It's something that I need and something that's gonna help. I'm probably gonna cringe myself out so much like in this video. Okay guys, so I'm at work and my hearing aid has literally just run out of battery, so I thought I would film me taking it out, but I think, me like changing it, but I think I got a customer, so give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm back, so let me just take her out. I haven't done this before, so we're doing it together. But basically how I know that the battery's about to run out is there's like, it gives you kind of like, so I heard like this sound in my ear and I thought it was like someone ringing me, but then I was already on the phone, so I was like, what is that sound? And then it happened again like 10-15 minutes later. So it gives you like warnings on like when your hearing aid is about to come out. So I'm just gonna pop this bad boy open and get one out. I don't really know how the frick we do this, so it's like, looks really simple, so it should be easy. I've just got like long nails. I literally just got them like redone yesterday and they look so cute. This is the only thing with like long ass nails. You might just have to bite it. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Oh my god, just switching it like such. Okay, so it just slots in, and it won't actually, like, it's just like that, it won't actually close unless you have it in properly, like you put the battery in properly. Let's see if this, but yeah, there's like a little tune that happens when you turn your hearing aid back on, so you know it's like about to come back on. But yeah, there we go, that's me changing my hearing aid battery for the first time. The battery actually lasted like a really long time. It lasted around like 6 days, so that is really good. She said it would last like 4 to 5 days, I think she said, but obviously because I use it for Bluetooth, it might run out faster, but it literally didn't, so everything is all good. Okay guys, so excuse the wet hair. I did just have a shower and wash my hair, and I finished editing the video for everything that I have at the minute, but I just thought I would wait until I finished and then do like a kind of like final kind of like, I guess, conclusion at the end, because whenever I'm editing a video I always like think of things that I could have said or that I've missed out, and then I either have to go back in like I have done already, or I'll just like type it in. But like I feel like I should just do this, and just some things that I had some questions about, because I was watching some videos but a lot of them were like from like people in America and not people over in the UK that are getting like a hearing aid or hearing aids on the NHS. So if you see me like looking down, I have like made a couple notes and stuff on, well, quite a few notes on my iPad, just so I don't forget anything. I mean, I've probably will forget stuff if I'm being honest, but I just got it here so that like I don't kind of forget the main things that I kind of wanted to touch on and like talk about. Sorry if I'm being a bit quiet as well, it's because my dad's asleep. It is like 12 o'clock. So it's been a month and a day since I got my hearing aid, and I thought I would leave it for a while so that I can like fully stay, because I was making clips like a few days later saying how I was getting on with it, but I thought if I left it for a month it would kind of like give me more of a better like idea of like obviously like what it is like having a hearing aid, especially for my first ever one. Like I've never had a hearing aid before, this is my first ever one. So yeah, I've had it for a month and I've actually been really liking it. I was worried that I wouldn't like it because I was watching videos on it beforehand, and a lot of people say that they liked it and they loved having a hearing aid and they couldn't live without it, and then other people were like saying that they didn't like it. But a lot of like, again, like a lot of the videos were like in America, and like this one girl that I watch her videos, I kind of still watch her videos, I'm pretty sure her name's Michaela or Kayla, something like that, and she's in America and I really like her videos. But she was saying how she doesn't like to wear her hearing aids and it's making me nervous. But she like her hearing aids are like 5 years old, needs to have like kind of developed more since like within the 5 years, and like that's why I'm so lucky that I live over here and that we have the NHS to pay for it, because in America like a lot of people's insurance don't cover hearing aids, so they have to pay it out of pocket and it is really expensive. So something I wasn't sure on when going for the NHS was that like if I got to pick like molds or if I got to pick like the colours for them. So I had like two options between a hard mold and a soft mold, and I went with a soft mold conditioner. It's my first time. I just thought you can't even really see it, like I thought you would be able to see it a lot more, so it's kind of good because it's kind of like hidden. Yeah, so I went with a soft mold and I'm glad I did, because for the first few days, like after a while my ear would start to hurt. Like within the evening my ear would start to hurt because it had been like rubbing all day, and so if I would have got a hard mold it would have been worse. So I got to pick my colours for the mold and then the thing that goes behind the ear, and then I also got to pick between a hard mold and soft mold. Also if you pick a soft mold you get more colours, so that's also what kind of like helped me to pick with the soft mold. The reason why I need a hearing aid in the first place was because when I was a baby I developed something called mastoiditis, which is like an infection on your mastoid bone. I just got an infection on it and I needed 3 surgeries in the end to fix it. I had my first operation when I was 1 and then a second one when I was 6, and that wasn't successful, so they decided to wait until I was 10 and my facial structures would be big enough, and then it was successful on the last one. Even though I still do have like a slight hole in my ear, it's like it doesn't leak anymore. Like I used to have like gunk coming out of it, because when at my first operation they had to like make a hole in my ear. Like that's pretty much like what I got to when I was younger, because I wouldn't understand why I was having gunk coming out of my ear and my twin sister or my brother or no one else was. And then I just basically got told that they had to make a hole in my ear for like the fluid to drain out and come out of my ear. So yeah, like I don't get any more of that. I actually get earwax out of my ear now. But yeah, it's been 10 years since my operation, and like I said at the start of the video, like my surgeon that I had throughout all my surgeries said that to my mum and my dad that like I probably will need a hearing aid when I grow up and I get a bit older, because my hearing was damaged. Because when I was younger I would have hearing aid tests, but it was low, but it wasn't low enough to get a hearing aid, so I couldn't get one, even though I feel like that I really struggled with hearing a lot of the time. But like it wasn't that low for me to classify as needing a hearing aid. I said it is free on the NHS. If you do break it you have to pay £75, but that's nothing compared to this thing alone would be £2,000 if I went privately. It's just like a lot of money for hearing aids and you don't realise how much things are, and so I'm so thankful. And then we also get batteries on the NHS as well, so I don't have to pay for any of my batteries, don't have to pay for my hearing aid unless I break it, and I don't have to pay for the replacement of the molds or the tubing, which I'm so thankful for. Like, I honestly cannot begin to thank how grateful I am, because I don't have to pay for it, and I know that if I had to pay for it, like, it would be like a lot of money, and I would definitely be worried about like how I would be able to afford on the upkeep of keeping my hearing aids how they should be. So yeah, I think like it is kind of like unfair on people that don't get the NHS or don't have like the like insurance that covers hearing aids, because it's something that like people actually need, and yet like they can't financially afford. So I am very thankful, and I thank God every day for literally being able to have a hearing aid. Also, I don't know how it is with everyone's hearing aids, but I have an app, so I downloaded it on my phone not too long ago. Actually, I didn't download it straight away because the woman said that it didn't really have the best reviews, but I downloaded it. I don't use it all the time, but it has like settings that you can set your hearing aid to. So if you're in a restaurant, you can kind of like dim the background noise a little bit, because with your hearing aid, it doesn't just make your voices, like, or the person you're talking to loud, it makes everything else around you loud as well. That's another thing that I didn't know whether or not it would be Bluetooth if I went through the NHS, but yes, it is Bluetooth. I don't know if all of them are. Okay, so the last kind of thing is kind of like several things that rolled into one, but it's like how I've been getting on with my hearing aids. So like the first day I did get a headache from it, and like I said, my ear was like really painful from like where it was like rubbing, so I had to take it out. Normally I take it out around 10-11 o'clock, or it's just like whenever I really get into bed, or sometimes if I just really want to break and it gets overwhelming with the sounds, I will just take it out when I'm at home, when I'm just chilling, and I'll just like not wear it. But majority of the time I wear it, because I know that is going to take my brain longer to get used to it if I don't wear it as much, and that's what she said. So I just need to like keep wearing it so my brain will get used to my hearing aid, and I feel like it already has. Like sometimes I forget I even have it in. Like I said, it is quite loud to get used to at first, because I hadn't had a hearing aid, and I like before I didn't know like what it was like, and I didn't really know how much sound I was missing out on, even though it is just in one ear. It's kind of like the best way I guess I could describe it to it is if your ear's blocked and you kind of can't really hear out of one ear, you can kind of hear a little bit, but like not really. That's kind of how it sounds for me without my hearing aid in. So I can still hear out of it, just like not a lot. And so when I would be driving, like I wouldn't really hear like ambulances until they were kind of like quite near to me, and I could see like the flashing lights near me, but now I can hear them before seeing them, which is crazy. It's like made such a difference, and like I said, I am so thankful. And I don't want to be like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like people might think I'm weird because I'm like, I love this so much, but honestly, like if you are gonna get a hearing aid and you're worried, like it's easy to say don't get worried, but because I was kind of worried that I wouldn't like it, because some people react differently. Some people don't like their hearing aids and some people do. I personally do. I think that is so much better with it in, and I can hear people so much more clearer now. Like in the morning, sometimes like I don't put my hearing aid in straight away. I do have a follow-up appointment at the end of August just to make sure everything is going well, and I actually forgot to ask her how to clean it, so I've just been cleaning it with antibacterial wipes, and then I'll get like a cocktail stick to go on like that. Let me get it out. I actually like get a cocktail stick in the little gaps just to see if there's any wax in there, because obviously it is going in my ear, so it's going to get waxy. I don't turn my hearing aid on until I have my actual hearing aid on, because otherwise there's just like feedback, but there's not really too much feedback. Like sometimes if I'm redoing my hair and I'm like up here, it does give me feedback, or if I lie on it, it gives me feedback. But apart from that, like sometimes like I don't even like remember I have it in. It doesn't really give as much feedback as I thought it would. But anyways guys, that is the end of the video. Sorry if it's been a long one. I've just been trying to get all the information into one video, because when I was like looking at videos when I was waiting to get my hearing aid, like there wasn't too much, or like personally I didn't find too many videos with like loads of information on like the NHS hearing aids. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful to anyone who is getting a hearing aid or who is just interested in the process of, I guess, getting a hearing aid for the first time, or like what it's like to actually have a hearing aid. I might make other videos of this maybe in the future. I did find like a lot of videos that were helpful, and like it made me like less nervous to get hearing aids because a lot of people were saying how they liked it, so it kind of put my mind at ease. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful to those who are interested in this type of stuff, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.